My name is Roisin and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we are going off to London together for a little bookish adventure. I have a day off work. Basically I have a lot more annual leave than my boyfriend, and so I have all these spare days to use when we can't go away together. And I guess I could go away by myself, but it is cheaper to take them as individual days. So that's what I've done today. And I decided to go into town because this evening we are going for dinner at my boyfriend's colleague's house, which is in East London. And so if I was going into London anyway this evening, I might as well go in early and have a look around. So that's what we're going to do today. I have a plan of places we're going to go to, restaurants, cafes, art galleries and bookshops. So I hope you are excited to come with me and see some of London. I'm a born and raised Londoner, but the thing about London, which is probably true for other big cities, is that I'm from South London, and so I know my area really well and certain other parts of London really well, but there are parts of London that I have never even been to because it is such a big place. Today we are not venturing anywhere I haven't been, but I'm thinking of making this a series if you are interested in that. So we might end up going to parts of London with which I am less familiar. Also, I will leave in the description a link to a Google My Map where I will have all of the places that I go today pinned, and if I do turn this into a series I'll just keep adding pins to them in case you are from London and you want to see some of these places, or you are just visiting and something takes your fancy. So yeah, that will be in the description, but we are now going to go get a train. It is 9:20 and 9:30 is off peak, which is why we waited till now. So I'm going to go and yeah, get a train into town and bring you along with me. I am now in London, but I forgot, so I went to the Wellcome Collection. It was pouring with rain when I left my house, so styling my fringe was obviously useless. But yeah, I went to the Wellcome Collection, which I will now show you, but I forgot that it's like right in the middle of UCL, so there are just people around everywhere, just students absolutely everywhere, so I didn't feel like talking to a camera. But yeah, it's a really cool place with the reading room, and that it's a museum, like a collection of history of medicine stuff, which is pretty cool. So now I'm going to go for lunch. I'm going to head into this place called Roti King, which is Malaysian Singaporean food, which I love. But a lot of the reviews do say there's a bit of a wait, so I'm hoping that it's not like weekday lunchtime that there's a wait, so fingers crossed. not used to doing this in public, but yeah, so the Roti King place was the queue was huge and it was freezing cold, and I was just like, I can't do it. So I got on the underground and went to Shoreditch, and I went to a place called Yeye Noodles and Dumplings, and I had pork rib noodles, and it was really delicious. There was a queue there as well, but I was like second in the queue, so it didn't bother me as much. Yeah, it was great. It was a really delicious, really small place, and I sat at the bar because I was by myself, but it was really nice. And now I have just got a bus over the river to London Bridge, and we're going to go to a bookshop. That was Morocco bound. It was a little different than I was expecting. It was very small and more of a like cafe bar with some books for sale rather than like a full-on bookshop. But it looks like they have like events and they publish their own poetry and stuff, so it's pretty cool. It's just not what I was expecting. It has started to properly rain now, and I haven't brought an umbrella, so that was probably a bad idea. But I'm going to walk to Monmouth Coffee now, which is nearby. It's near Borough Market. So I'm going to go over there and have a cup of tea and read my book for a bit, because I'm meeting my boyfriend at 4 at London Bridge, which is obviously right by Borough Market, and it's now half 2, so I've got an hour and a half to kill. I've got loads of books in my bag now, so I'm going to take you to a coffee shop. Hopefully it won't be too busy, fingers crossed, because it seems to have been my problem today. So, as you can see, I am back from London now. It is actually a couple of days later because I had to work yesterday. So, for the end of the vlog, I tried to go to Monmouth Coffee, which is a famous coffee place just outside Borough Market. So I walked through the market for a bit and I tried to go there, and again it was far too busy. I suppose I should check the timings of these things and go to places when they are less busy. Borough Market is open Thursday to Sunday, so if I'd gone on Monday, Tuesday or Wednesday it might have been less busy because there wouldn't have been the draw of the market. Do you see people there? Anyway, I opened my Google Maps and I saw there was a place called the Steaming something. I'll put it on the screen, just around the corner. And so I went there and I almost missed it because it's inside the Corn Exchange, and so you had to like go into this building that looked massive and then across the hallway, and when I went in a man came across and said no photos, so nearly left because I wasn't sure if I was allowed in or not. I was a bit confused, but in the end I went over, I got a hot chocolate, I read some of my book, and then I went to meet my boyfriend, and we went to his friend's house for dinner in Upton Park. So travelled on the Elizabeth line for the first time, which was, as a Londoner, was kind of a little exciting. I feel pathetic saying that, but I did. It was interesting to see a new tube line that hadn't been on before. So yeah, went on the Elizabeth line out to East London, and yeah, that was very nice. So I showed you earlier Morocco. I showed you earlier Morocco Bound, which was the bookshop that I went into, and I was surprised how small it was. I didn't realise it was more like a cafe with books than a bookshop. But I did buy 2 books whilst I was in there, so I thought I would show them to you here at the end of this video. So we have Little Sons by Zekes Mda, and this is a piece of historical fiction, which you know I love. It is 1903. A lame and frail Malangana, Little Sons, searches for his beloved Mthwakazai after many lonely years spent in Lesotho. Mthwakazai was the young woman he had fallen in love with 20 years earlier, before the assassination of Hamilton Hope ripped the two of them apart. Intertwined with Malangana's story is the account of Hope, a colonial magistrate who, in the late 19th century, was undermining the local kingdoms of the Eastern Cape in order to bring them under the control of the British. It was he who wanted to coerce Malangana's king and his people, and the Amampondamise into joining his battle, a scheme Malangana's conscience couldn't allow. So this is about the death of Magistrate Hope, and it is based on a true story. So I don't know if he is a writer from Lesotho. I will have a look at that. He's South African, from the Eastern Cape. Or it was known as Eastern Cape when he was born, but it is part of South Africa. So I'm interested to read this. You know I love African fiction and historical fiction, so I will see how that is. And then I also bought a collection of poetry. This one has been on my TBR for a while, and I saw it there, so I picked it up. And this is My Darling from the Lions by Rachel Long. Rachel Long's much anticipated debut collection of poems, My Darling from the Lions, announces the arrival of a thrilling new presence in poetry. Each poem has a vivid story to tell, of family quirks, the perils of dating, the grip of religion or sexual awakening, stories that are by turn emotionally insightful, politically conscious, wise, funny and outrageous. Long reveals herself as a razor-sharp and original voice on the issues of sexual politics and cultural inheritance that polarise our current moment. But it's her refreshing commitment to the power of the individual poem that will leave the reader turning each page in eager anticipation. Here is an immediate, wide-awake poetry that entertains royally without sacrificing a note of its urgency or remarkable skill. So yeah, very excited to read this collection of poetry. And I actually have a video that just came out, I think, about poetry on my TBR, which I'll leave in the cards above if you want to go and check it out. So yeah, those were my 2 books that I bought on my little expedition into London. I'm planning to do this every couple of months or so, so you might see some more London travels from me here on this channel. Do let me know if you enjoy it. I kind of like just going about my city and seeing different parts of it and exploring. I had a really great time doing it this time, and yeah, so let me know if you would be interested in that, and if you would be interested in a Google map with all of these things pinned in it. Let me know in the comments as well. Thank you for watching. Please remember to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and to subscribe. I put out new videos twice a week, so I will see you again very soon. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.